How excited are you to take over as the middle school principal at Bellbrook?
Beyond excited, super thrilled. I've been here 4 years. I just absolutely love the community, love the school. I've had the opportunity to learn from, in my opinion, one of the very best, and Mr. Eckley. I'm just so excited that I get to just continue to lead the great work that's being done by my staff, who just love students. One of my favorite philosophies, which is just doing what's best for students all the time. So I'm very, very excited.
Tell me about your history a little bit. You said you've been here 4 years.
I landed my first teaching job right after I graduated at Oakwood High School. So I taught at Oakwood High School for 9 years. Loved my time there. Just felt like I kind of wanted to sort of take the next step, be able to still work with kids, do what's best for kids, just in a little bit of a different fashion. So that after completing my master's, a couple years after that, I decided to get my principal's license. Then I started applying for jobs, and that's how I ended up at the middle school here.
As parents who are familiar with the district already, what things should they expect with you taking over now as the middle school principal?
My teachers do so much good here, and they are just fantastic. So I don't want to change a whole lot. We were just awarded Ohio Schools to Watch again for the 3rd time. And so that just says there are really, really great things happening at the middle school. Everyone has room for growth, including myself. So I would really like to amplify our PBIS program, just to really try to focus on the positive and reward kids for continuing just the great work that they're already doing. Just really looking at how we can keep kids going in the right direction, pushing them to continue to just love school and become lifelong learners. Ultimately our job, especially for our 8th graders, is just making sure that they're ready for high school. So continuing to explore ways that we can just make sure they're extra prepared.
Who is Jenna Hill?
I'm from California. I came out to Ohio to play softball at Cedarville University and ended up teaching at Oakwood High School. So that's how I ended up. And I absolutely fell in love with Ohio. I love the seasons. Maybe not March-ish right now when it's snowing. That's a little bit tough for a California girl. But I am married. My husband Ryan actually is a teacher at Waynesville High School. And we have 2 kids. Elsie is 4 and JD is 2. We live out on a little farm and we just absolutely love it there. We have a little bit of land. It's kind of our little piece of paradise. But I come from a family of educators, really value education. My dad retired a few years ago after teaching for 41 years in the public school setting, English. I personally really value education. It was a huge emphasis growing up, and just to continue to pursue education as well. We're never done, and so that's something I definitely want to instill in our students, becoming lifelong learners, loving education, finding what we're passionate about, and learning as much as we can about it. As I look at what I want education to be for my son and daughter, always any decision I make, policy that we have, I always try and do it through the lens of what is going to be best for students. And so having my own kids is how would I want my kids to be treated, what do I want them to be exposed to, what do I want them to learn about in school, and just really making sure that every kid just has a great experience here.
So what do you expect your first year at Bellbrook Middle School to be like without Jeff Eckley?
Ooh, that's a tough one, and I'm going to try not to get too emotional. I think it's just going to be a time of transition for everyone. He is a staple of the school. He's a staple of this community. I think you would be pretty hard pressed to find someone that's graduated in the last 20 years that in some way, shape, or form was not affected positively by him. There's definitely going to be a hole, but I know that we have an amazing staff, and adapting to change is hard, but we will do it. And he is leaving us with such an amazing legacy that, as hard as it is going to be to kind of pursue on without him, he's taught us well, and just that driving force of always doing what's best for kids. He's instilled in all of us, in myself and in every other member of this staff. So we are gonna just continue his great work, and I hope we make him proud. But we are gonna continue to just do what's best for the students and the community of Bellbrook, and just continue to pave the way forward and make sure all students are taken care of, and just given a great education as we've always done here.